What's up, YouTube? This is I have cracked the code. I have broken branded. I found a way with Fallen of White, the line that can generate the most advantage, gets you 2 free disruptions on top of the lines you're already doing. 3 free disruptions if you choose to play Therion Regulus, King Regulus, which I don't at the moment, but I may. And let's just get right into it. Alright, so I'm just going to do a random hand and just not really worry about the hand, but just do the Fallen of White. Alright, let me just get the 1 card combo. But mind you, we're going to send from the extra deck every turn, almost every turn. So let's just pretend in this line that we had sent 1 from extra, and that would be like an Albion, so we can get like branded and red at the end, like we usually can get, right? So let's just have Fallen of White. I just want to show you what we do with this by itself. You want to turn the flash on? Okay, so can you see well? Okay, so Fallen of White, we're going to summon that, and we're going to special, so we're actually normal summon Fallen of White, but we're going to make up for this as an advantage, the fact that you're not special summoning it. So you're going to use this effect to summon Ecclesia. Tribute. Summon the Golden Sword Soul. Nothing out of the ordinary. It's the same kind of line that we normally do, but we're going to just add, we're going to get free things by making an XYZ instead of a, and it's all part of the lore too. So, where is it? Okay. Sync. Okay, we go into our Ecclesia as we do. Okay, we banish. Ecclesia is going to summon Quem like we do. And then here, what I thought was interesting, there's so many ways to go about this, and I really do need to add like another Springens card. So basically, I'm going to show you how you can generate all this awesome stuff, and it's just the best line you'll never, and it's just something you could have in your toolbox. Like sometimes in certain hands, I do want to special summon this to send from extra if I don't have another card in hand. I play 3 Nadirs as well, and I do have, but 3 Nadir for me is full combo, by the way. It's not like, you know, with other builds. I have a lot of, I do the Dogmatica lines and they're really good. So you can comment about that. I'm gonna do a video on the Dogmatica lines, but yeah, Fallen of White can summon Ecclesia, and you can do all kinds of things with Ecclesia. All kinds of things with OG Ecclesia. So what we do here is, I was thinking, when we summon Quem, what if we just send this Kit, and then we use Kit's effect, and then we use Golden Sword Soul's effect, Chainlink 2, to, because the card was banished, to special summon a spellcaster from grave. We'll summon this back. Kit was sent, right? So Kit will activate to summon Fallen of White back. This is not banished. Okay, now, what we do here is we go into an XYZ. And mind you, you can have everything you see here in this combo by only adding 1 common Captain Sargus. But I added the trap, 1 continuous trap, the interluder, and I play Tally Ho, the quick play, which you have to play. It's so good. I'm gonna show you right now how crazy it is. So let's start with Merrymaker, right? So we go Merrymaker, and Merrymaker's effect on summon is to send a Springens. And there's a lot of ways that can be really good, especially if you play like another Springens, or you could send the Captain Sargus. He has a grave effect to become a material, and all that stuff really matters. He also gives it 500 attack. Okay, here. So yeah, I haven't figured out the optimal line yet for what you like with what you send off of this, but it doesn't really matter because it's good enough that I'm just sending another Springens to the grave. So keep in mind we have 2 Springens here and 1 here already. Now there's Tally Ho is a quick play that says summon any amount of Springens from grave or hand. And Tally Ho also says add a Springens to hand first, so you're going to have a lot of Springens to summon. Now, what we do right from here is we go, you can always use the Quem, right? But let's just wait. What I'm going to do is just right away go into, he also has a quick effect to, banish itself until the end phase, and send from extra deck, and Albaz mentioning card. So you're just going to lay this on top if you want. For this combo, I'm going to show you this one. Sometimes I like to do this first, and then when it comes back around on my turn, this safely comes back, and then I lay it. It's like really nice, like it gets them in the long game like in ways that they're not prepared for. So it's nuts, guys. You're gonna see how great Champion Sargus is. So Sargus now just lays on top to summon himself, inherent summon, and his effect is once per turn, no detachment necessary. Add any Springans from card, any card, Springans card from deck to hand. Let's add Tally Ho. Actually, I don't have Tally Ho at the moment. It's gonna be here in a few days. So what we're gonna do is actually add. I guess we'll use this as Tally Ho. Now Tally Ho says add a spring. We're gonna play it. It says add a Springans from deck to hand. Okay, let's add. I guess the Champion Sargus because that's all I have in my deck. He was the only extra one besides the other 2 kits. But I should add another Springans probably. Because I realize here that I'm losing out on a whole card advantage. I'm getting a card. Because if I add the Champion, that's right, I don't have a Champion either. That's the only other proxy, so we're going to use Christia. But I had to show you guys this. This is so awesome. So, this is Champion Sargus. His effect is 2800 defense. But it's a quick effect pop by detaching from any XYZ you control. And you're going to have 2, or at least 1. And it's all free. So here, this comes to hand, and then you can detach any amount of XYZ materials from your field to summon that many Springans from grave in hand. Now notice you have these 2 in grave. Notice you have, okay, so we're going to detach a Springans if we want. And then, or no, it's good to get these 2 in the grave. Let's put these 2 in the grave and keep him under. So, detach those 2. That means I get the special 2. So, we'll keep this in hand. But, if you want to, you just slap the field with, you load up the field with Springans and just do really nasty things. But, especially in a pure Springans deck or something that had more Springans in. But, what we have here now, guys, is really incredible. Right here. What we have is 2 Springans. And this is something you can do every turn. XYZ for the new Gung Ho. He just came out of the Burst Protocol along with Fallen of White. And no one knows about him because he's a Springans and we think Springans are bad. Now, Springans are insane. This card on summon summons this card, Captain Sargus. That's why I said that it was kind of a waste to add this to hand. I'm going to have to add 1 more Springans card to the deck. Maybe another of one of these. Or otherwise, it'll be maybe a new one, like Rocky or one of the other Springan guys. So, the Springans Captain Sargus now, on summon of this, and I'm going to put it in the extra zone. I like to put things that, well, it doesn't matter for this. But anyway, the Captain Sargus, this says specials Captain Sargus from anywhere. So let's just summon it from our hand. But we could have just summoned it from deck and had added another Springans to our hand for free. So I'm going to, after this video, find the right Springans and just add it in the deck. Because they're all good. They just all are. They're super good. And they all have a secondary effect to like use themselves as materials from the grave to one of your XYZs. And I came to realize that's really important, the materials in here. So, what we have is, this is just a 1-card combo, right? What we have now is Gung Ho Springans now allows us once per turn to detach 2 materials to summon any card in your deck. Any Albaz mentioning monster, any Springans, or any Therion. So if you wanted, you can get, so right now what we have is this is a quick effect pop or bounce. This is a quick effect pop. So the way it works is this says you can quick effect detach from an XYZ. Notice we have him too. He's really great because he's another XYZ. So you have more materials to detach from on your field to keep your opponent just constantly getting knocked off the board where they can't even keep 1 monster on the field. That between the Mirror Jade that you're always going to make, by the way, guys. You're always going to have the Quem and the Mirror Jade. It's so amazing. You're going to see. Because you actually use an extra deck monster with your Brandon in red at the end of the turn. So you can actually use him, but you wait until it's your opponent's turn, and then this gets sent, and this has his effect is renewed because it's your opponent's turn. So this will get banished on Branded in red. These 2 will go to the grave, and this will get its effect to summon. Hey, for this 1-card combo, we could just say that, and then you'll get a free spell or trap to your hand too. The Springans are nasty beyond belief. I'm probably gonna put a second of this. Because its first effect is that it can special summon itself if you control a Springans card. So it helps me with my rank 4 plays really easily. Yeah, that's cool. So, or I think I'm going to try one of the original ones because I don't like to play too many copies when sometimes you could. It's nice to have the toolbox of different names. So, Gung Ho Springans, I can detach these 2 to, so watch this. I can just, alright, I'll detach these 2 just for the sake of the combo, but I would normally keep it. No, that's right. For the sake of this combo, I'm keeping these two because I want to show you how to detach this on the opponent's turn. So we're just going to use the effect on summon to summon this. Now this says, quick effect, detach from any monster to pop a card on the field. Monster, spell, or trap. This says, if a monster is detached from any... If a material is detached from any monster, pop or bounce. So this goes pop, anything, and then this goes, oh hey, I want pop and bounce. And then this one says, so the Gung Ho Spring-ins, what is it? No, so you're gonna have added a trap as well if you do a certain line, and then you would have like, it's a lot to the line if you really want to go heavy on the Spring-ins line. But Ecclesia is coming back, and then what I really just wanted to show was like, so typically we're gonna have had a sent one from extra deck, like say an Albion, and the Albion, or say we have the Branded in red we always have every end phase. So let's say we have Branded in red, like we'll play Branded in red. Just a little example of a combo like I found earlier. I play the Branded in red. You know how Fallen in White's in the grave? I add Fallen in White to my hand, and then I banish the Gung Ho on their turn. These go to the grave, and you make your Mirror Jade. Now what you have is Mirror Jade, a banish, non-target banish, fallen in the, what is this, where's our hand anyway? Oh, it's a 1-card combo, guys, unbelievable. I'm thinking I have a hand because this is so insane. So, the Gung Ho is now sent to the grave. So his effect comes back to special summon a Captain Sargus from anywhere. So maybe I'll run 2 Sarguses, that'd be nasty. Or something, but like, yeah, because I noticed that a lot. I like to send this, but anyway, right now, in this case, it's actually going to get banished, and then the materials will get sent, right? So, what I'll summon from the grave will be Fallen of White on their turn, right? From the grave. Oh no, we have to banish the Fallen of White in Gung Ho. So we'll summon back the Spring-ins Kid, adding you a spell or trap from deck to hand. Then Mirror Jade came out, so you can use Quem's effect to summon from grave. You summon your Ecclesia. Now, Ecclesia is on the board, by the way, as well. So what you're going to do actually is, since you did this on your opponent's turn, on your turn, you're going to use Quem's effect when you summon one of your extra deck monsters. You are going to choose to have used, if you want to include her effect in that turn, you might as well juice that out. So summon her off Quem. So you have all of this now, right? This is all just 1 card. And then on your opponent's turn, you take the Gung Ho, send the materials, get the free special summon from the grave. That'll be this. You wait till the right time to maybe you have a body off your board or whatever the situation may be. But Mirror Jade also keeps people... So this banishes a card. You can... mixed with the... I really want to just show you what it's like to do these plays with other cards in hand because it gets so beyond insane. Like, it's insane. Like, this is just with 1 card. Like, I can't really show all the ways that I can apply this. But I just showed that you can get your Ecclesia... So with 1 Fallen of White, you get Ecclesia, a quick effect pop and or ban, and this is whenever you quick effect. So pop or banish, pop or bounce. Every turn, both turns, both of these guys. And then Gung Ho, forget the Mirror Jade play, keep Gung Ho out, and Gung Ho, if he's sent to the grave, you summon back the Sargus always, and Sargus is also a quick effect to just go under anyone as a material, which is nice because then you can detach it and then summon him right back when this gets sent. So, but if you do use its effect, you can just, we didn't do that, guys. We could have detached 2 to summon any monster from the deck. Anything. We could summon, I like this card too, Albaz the Ashen is really cool. He gains 200 attack for every monster in the grave. He makes all your monsters untargetable, and if a card leaves your field, he comes back. He's kind of a problem, but he's just funny, and he gets over God cards and stuff. So what I could do right now is, I guess the Cartesia sounds good, right? So, and then don't forget we have this to tag out for anyone. But yeah, on our turn, you summon whoever. So this isn't here yet. This comes end phase. You could summon the Quem off of this, and then go into a Synchro or whatever, or just go Cartesia, make whatever you want. You know, you can make the Dust Dragon actually send Christia, or send something from the extra deck. So you know what? I very well can show you full combo. So here we go. Let's use this effect. Summon the actual Cartesia from the deck by detaching the 2 materials. It's the 2 kits. Okay, yeah, it's over here. So Forget the Brandon Red thing. I'm gonna actually do this. This is a 1-card combo, guys. So I just found this out with you guys, that it's a 1-card combo completely. You don't need any other card to supplement this. So this, you actually go Cartesia and Ecclesia, infuse them, and you make Dust Dragon. And then Dust Dragon on summon sends anything from extra deck to grave. So let's send our Albion. Now let's go in phase. Albion is gonna, and before, yeah, Albion is going to, this didn't come out yet. Okay, Albion's going to add us a spell or trap to hand. Now remember, we have 5 cards in hand. We only played 1 card. So let's add opening for fun. Let's play the opening. Oh no, because then we're gonna get body locked. Sometimes I like to opening, get Alibur, then Alibur, like I can do really crazy. You can send Sprind, and then Sprind summons Springen's Kit. And then Springen's Kit adds this, and then you activate this and summon an Alibur, and then Alibur adds any spell or trap also, and you just got 2 free bodies, 2 free, and you could also add in a free Fallen and Virtuous pop, because Fallen and Virtuous sends from extra deck. So the combos are insane end phase, or main phase 3. So, Ecclesia's coming back, so we don't want to body lock. So what we're going to do is go Dust Dragon, send that Albion in end phase, go Brandon Red. And now we're going to play Brandon Red, right? Main phase 3. So Brandon Red will add back Fallen and White from the grave. And sometimes you could rest there as follow-up. You could have Fallen and White in your hand. That would be beautiful, right? We just saw what 1 Fallen and White can do. So you can actually go Fallen and White. So Brandon Red adds back the White and then makes a fusion, right? So what you do is now this Gung Ho has no more material, so fuck it. He's an extra deck monster. Banish both. Banish both of these. What do we have? Okay, Mirror Jade. Now, Mirror Jade sends another one by targeting one of your own cards. Say, like, a card you activated. You know, you have four other cards in hand, right? So, you could activate a spell, and then, like, or you can activate something. There's so many ways. If you wanted, you could just send for free with Mirror Jade from extra deck, and get a free send from extra deck. So, actually, I will do that. But Ecclesia's coming back. So, maybe maybe it's not unnecessary. But just to give you an idea, like, it doesn't stop. You can go and go and go and go. Like, if I wanted, I could right now just go activate, banish, send Titanic Lad. I will banish my Quem. Oh, that's not smart. No, we're going to banish the Dust Dragon. Say we're just cocky like that and we're just trying to do some crazy stuff. Then you go end phase Titanic Lad, special summon Dogmatica. You summon Ecclesia main phase 3, right? You're still in. Summon Ecclesia. Ecclesia will add to hand either Fleur de Lis to negate anything. Anything without, it's a non-target negate. It's incredible. Or what I really love is I add the Thunderbolt. This is the new Dogmatica card. So what I'll do is add this to hand, and then Ecclesia will come back, and I'll pass turn. Now look at our field, guys. With 1 card, with just Fallen of White, we got a quick effect pop. We got a quick effect pop or bounce. Ecclesia can do anything. This got to hand. What I'm about to show you, I'll just show you right now. It's an example of how sick this card really is. But Mirror Jade is going to be renewed because we're going to send him to the grave now. We're going to find a way to send him to the grave, but we're not playing. We're only doing a 1-card combo, so we're not going to worry about that. But yeah, you can get this to the grave easily, and Fallen, and then Quem can revive the Mirror Jade. We just wait till they try to do something about him, maybe. But anyway, when a space opens up, so we can actually go quick effect on their turn, banish this. Sometimes if they target one of my cards, so yeah, we got the quick effect pop, quick effect bounce or pop, non-target banish. This is all off of 1 card, guys. And then, and you could have, if you wanted, you could have summoned the Regulus King Regulus, which would have been an Omni Negate as well for free. But I think that might be the card I put in that, like, I might put that in for sure. I don't see why not. It's definitely amazing in Tech. But I like everything to be, like, totally synergetic. So Ecclesia could tag out and actually go into this. Right? Because you have Mirror Jade. So now you have a monster negate on board. Then, the last thing you can do is, so what you do is you wait till 1 card leaves your field. So say like Ecclesia or something or whatever. Maybe they get rid of your Quem, right? So then you go quick effect from hand. If an extra deck monster is on field, special summon, and then it says activate, set a Dogmatica trap and activate it the same turn. If your opponent controls a monster with 25 or higher from the extra deck, which they always do. So I just wait till that happens, and then I drop him this little bomb on them that they're not expecting. It's a hand trap. Summons himself from hand. If there's an extra deck monster on the field, regardless of their attack, I can do that. But you can only activate the trap the same turn if they have a 25 or higher. So I wait till they have that, summon him, set the trap, and just activate the trap immediately. So it's either that trap or this trap. And this summons a Dogmatica card or an Albaz from graveyard back to the field, or from your hand back to the field, which you can do turn 0 shenanigans. Like, if you have an Albaz in hand, you could summon this, then this summons Albaz from hand. Like, really cool stuff with this. You could summon a Quem from hand, mill the Albaz, then when they summon from extra deck, summon your Albaz from grave. Like, all kinds of crazy combos with this. Like, anything that's in your hand, you can pretty much use with this. But that's just cute and all. But really, this summons from grave or adds back to hand. So it has two effects. So you can add or summon anything from grave or hand to the field or to the hand. So, I know it sounded a little weird, but yeah. So, Dogmatic Liturgy, you set this one, and you instantly tribute any extra deck monster. Oh, what we were just talking about, what's a way to get Mirror Jade to the grave so we can reborn him? So, we set the Dogmatic Liturgy right now, and go, like, say they didn't hit Quem for whatever reason, they tried to go after someone else, whatever. So, you summon this, set the Dogmatic Liturgy, which says tribute a Dogmatica monster, and summon a ritual from your deck, or multiple monsters that are Dogmatica, and summon a ritual from the deck with the same level. You can also use extra deck monsters. Not rank, but yeah, you can also use extra deck monsters. So what I could do is actually tribute the Mirror Jade, and we'll reborn him with Quem. So hopefully we'd have a way to make that open space happen. Maybe what we would do is just summon the bird. Right? So what we would do, the way we would have done this whole thing, is we would have summoned the bird first action. After their first action, we would do the bird immediately as chain. Then we activate the bird on the first effect they activate, opening up the space. That's when you go for, that's when you summon this to that space, while Quem's here. You summon this to that space, set this trap, activate the trap, tribute him to summon your level 8 ritual, or tribute him and the Ecclesia over here, and so to make a level 12. The level 12 is just to like make fun of people. You summon the 4000 and it says send half their extra deck, and all Dogmaticas are unaffected, making Quem unaffected by extra deck monsters. All Dogmaticas are unaffected by extra deck monsters. It does come up a lot, but also it says send half your opponent's extra deck. And I have a lot of plays I do with this, but it's not this. You have to understand the whole context of how I use it and what it's paired with and why it's so amazing. Because Dogmatica Matrix lets you look into your opponent's extra deck, take one, and or send one from your own, and it makes this. Dogmatica Matrix actually makes this instantly without having to worry about anything, and you send like a bunch of cards from your extra deck, so you get a little advantage. But yeah, basically, I love that. You could just like tribute that and summon the Albazoa on their turn, or you could just tribute just the 8, right? So he's all-in-one. So summon him on your opponent's turn, set the trap, activate the trap, tribute a level 8. Then you summon the level 8. Alright, so if you summon the level 8, I love the level 8. I like to summon the level 8 more on my opponent's turn, because while the level 8, when the level 8 is out, it says when your opponent activates a card effect, look into both players' extra deck. Look into both players' extra deck, and you can take a card from both. And it's way better than it sounds, because it's every time they activate a card effect. So on your turn, their turn, both, whatever. But what you send from your extra deck when it's their turn is the Entis. I actually have a space reserved for Entis. It's just a good toolbox card anyway in my kind of build, because it pops any card. But I'm thinking about taking it out, and since I've added all this pops shenanigans, but this basically pops itself. Oh my god, I just realized I don't even need to run Entis anymore. I could easily pop myself with one of the Sargus cards, and then I can just basically make the Sanctifier end phase with Brandon in red or on the opponent's turn. Make the Sanctifier, and then I summon the Christia. If I keep the Christia, and then you summon this to the opponent's field, and they're locked out of the extra deck. The controller of this card is locked out of the extra deck, and that's actually a phenomenal effect if you play Sanctifier. And then I would double lock them with Christia and this, and super easy. But as we saw, it's a one-card combo you can rely on. You could always send the Christia, and you can always make the... sorry, you can't always make this, but... whenever you see a chance to make it, it's so amazing, and it's just, I've had nothing but a blast. The deck's flawless. It's just really great. I love it so much, and I'll let you know if I come up with anything new. Thanks, guys.